Hi, hello and good morning. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Anna and I am a third year English student at the University of Cambridge. If you've watched my channel before, you will know that I do a tradition of doing a vlog a week in my life for the first and last weeks of every term. At Cambridge we have Michaelmas, Lent and Easter term, and we are currently in Lent term. And I was wondering whether to do a vlog this term because I knew that I got invited to go to somewhere a little interesting for a couple of days for this week. You'll see in the video where I go and what I get up to. It's a bit different to what I normally do, but it's still relevant to my degree because number one, it's informative for my degree and you'll see why. Number two, it's because I am in my last year and everyone has to start thinking about what they're going on to do. So I have been doing master's applications and librarianship applications and basically just trying to figure out what's going to happen next year. And the reality is that you have to do all of that alongside your degree. You'll see what I'm talking about as the video goes on. I'm sorry for being a bit mysterious and weird at this point, but I promise you'll see. But as ever, do keep in mind that what my week looks like here at Cambridge might not necessarily look like how yours would, or even how a fellow English third year students would look at Cambridge. It's very individual, especially because for an English degree, there is so much self-learning, self-organising. It's very much different person to person and also from paper to paper. So for example, I'm taking medieval supernatural paper this term, and so my experience would be entirely different to someone who had taken the visual culture paper, for example. This is just as an example of what life at university can look like. But anyway, that is enough rambling from me. Let us get on with the video. So in all honesty, I started this day off with a bit of a lie-in. I then sat and had some breakfast and did some of the reading I needed to do for my essay this week for my medieval supernatural paper. Part of the learning for this paper is to do a 1,500 word essay every week on the assigned topic. This week's topic is to do with believing and perception. I then went into town in the early evening to pick up some ingredients that I needed to make cookies. I was going to my friend's house that evening because they have an oven. I was also very excited at this point because my jumper for the day matched the sunset, which, it made me happy. So I made these Percy Pig lemon cookies because I got some Percy Pig cookie cutters for Christmas from my parents, and my friends helped out a bit while making them. It was such a weak little please don't.
Push! 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 1, 2, 3, push! 1, 2, 3, push!
So I started off this day by continuing to work through the reading I had to do for my essay.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
I may have messed up a bit. I have an essay due today, my first one of term, quite rudely before I've had any lectures or any seminars for the term. And basically I did not do reading enough in ahead of time. I know that. I can't go back and change that though. I now also only have an hour to get this essay finished. I've been working on this since like 8 AM this morning. I am so tired. My brain is just not in it, it's not there. I'm finding it so hard to stay mentally checked in, and I have so much else I need to do today. So yeah, I have like no time to get this done, but that is what I've been doing all day. That is what I'm going to be doing for the next hour or so, and then I'm going to go out because I need to meet someone, and the meeting is going to be in a coffee shop, and then I have an access thing that I'm volunteering for, and then my essay's due, and then I have a formal thing tonight, so like literally it's like to the wire, no time. But yes, that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'm going to get on with.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
So I did actually manage to get my essay in. It was a huge rush, but realistically it's the first essay of term. I haven't done anything for this paper yet, so I think it's more for them to see where I'm at. The realities of weekly essays, sometimes they are just a little bit rushed. I'm now going to a formal at Pembroke College, which is really exciting because I haven't actually been to that many formals at other colleges, so it'll be really nice to have that experience. And it is specifically for the Pembroke Players, which is a theatre society based in Pembroke, and I get to go to this dinner because last term I designed a poster for a show that was being put on by the Pembroke Players and was written by one of my friends, so I'm going to this dinner with her and some of the team from that show, which is really exciting, and I'm hoping it'll be nice. I kind of forgot that it was happening, so I've done the quickest makeup I think I have ever done and had a bit of a stress about the outfit, but there we are, here we are, and I'm now going to attempt to run to Pembroke because I have less time to get there than it needs to get there. So I should probably stop talking to you. I have to say that walking around in Cambridge when it's this icy in heels is one of the bravest things I've ever done, and one of the stupidest things I've ever done, because I feel like I'm going to fall over every second, and I also have to be really, really quick in getting there. Wish me luck. Let's hope I don't break an ankle, touch wood. So I actually ended up having a really lovely time at that dinner. The food was okay. They gave me like a frozen apple for pudding, which was bizarre, but you can't complain for like how fancy it is and how much food you get for like, I think it cost me £20 as a non-Pembroke student, and like you can go to formals at your own college for about £10, and that's like a 3-course meal, so like it's a nice thing to do for a treat or a celebration or something. But the seating plan didn't sit me with my friends, it sat me with some alumni who were really nice to talk to. Also, funnily enough, two students who are in my year who I've spoken to online before but I'd never met in real life, so that was really, really nice to finally get to do that. And you know, it took me out of my shell a bit to talk to new people, and actually to talk to people who aren't in the Cambridge bubble anymore was nice. Yeah, in conclusion, I'm glad I went. It was a hectic and weird end to a hectic and weird day. Like, I admit that this day is probably going to be such a pain to edit and to watch for you, because I have genuinely no idea what happened today. It was weird, but it has ended on a good note, which is nice. I was meant to go to the pub, but I have a really busy day tomorrow and it's like 11, so I am going back to mine to go to bed and to take these bloody heels off because they are giving me blisters. I started off the morning by doing the reading that I had to do for my seminar today. I then walked to Sidgwick site to have my first lecture of the term, and I ended up running a little bit late, and this meant I had to sit on the floor in my lecture, which was really not ideal.
Ocean blue eyes.
then went to the English faculty library to find some of the books that I needed for my dissertation that I'm writing this term. I have 2 this year, and this one is on Teju Cole's novels. While I was in the English faculty, I saw that a display had been put on about Sylvia Plath and Ted Hughes's poetry when they were at Cambridge or when they were inspired by Cambridge, so I checked that out while I was there as well. After this, I walked back to my accommodation because I am lucky in that it is located near to Sidgwick site. I made some lunch and did a little bit more note-taking and reading for my seminar, which I then headed back to Sidgwick site with a coffee in hand to go to do. Straight after the seminar, I walked to my supervision with one of the people I am being supervised with, and this was on my essay that I wrote yesterday. So today has been so busy with stuff outside of the house. I've had to go to a lecture, a seminar, supervision, which is for me, considering I have chronic fatigue, a lot for one day. And I now also have another event, so I am really tired. And I think I might crash after this and not go to the second event that is on today. But currently I am off to go to Waterstones because the Maze Anthology, which is this really cool anthology that's created by student writing and art in Cambridge and Oxford, is put together, and they are holding a creative workshop event in Waterstones. Sorry, you can probably hear the road. And so I'm off to do that, and my group of friends are going to do that. I then attempted and failed at making pancakes for dinner. I then read a couple of essays from this essay collection, which I'm reading for my dissertation. I honestly had quite a chilled morning because I was so tired from the day before. I then went to my college library to read the book that I got out of the English library yesterday, and I also looked at some articles that my supervisor for my dissertation sent me to read. I then had a meeting with my dissertation supervisor in Old Court to discuss what my plan was for my dissertation. And in the evening I had a movie night with a friend. I just didn't get any footage. So, something a little bit different from me today. As you can see, I am not in Cambridge right now. I am in York, and I'm so excited. I was really nervous about travelling today, and I had a therapy session this morning. If you've been around here for a while, you will know that I go to therapy every single week for an hour, and I find it to be one of the most helpful things. There is no shame in that. Basically, we came up with a plan of how I was going to deal with the trains and how I was going to deal with being in York. But I should probably tell you why I'm actually here. So I am in York because I recently got an offer for a master's in medieval literature and languages here in York. It's one of the couple of universities I've applied for. It obviously has requirements. I have to get a first or a high 2-1 to actually be able to take up my place, but It's very exciting. I have an offer and I have been invited up to York to go to some events on the Vikings, which is really cool, tomorrow, and I figured I might as well have a look around the city because I've actually never been here before and see how I feel about the city, go to some museums. I've also got a trip to the York Minster, I think, and I'm seeing the university as well tomorrow. So yeah, all very exciting stuff, and I only found out about this quite recently actually, but I am aware that this is not normally the typical back to Cambridge new term style vlog video that I normally do now. It is mutated into something else, but I still wanted to stick to doing my first week of term vlogs. It just so happens that I'm actually not in Cambridge for a couple of days this week. I was supposed to have a seminar today for practical criticism and critical practice. Precisely right now, right as I am filming this, I have had permission from that supervisor to not go today and from my director of studies. They're both like fully on board with me coming here, which is nice. It's exciting. I do love that I literally have only just started back a term and I'm already running away from Cambridge. I don't know what that says about my mental state right now, but it's exciting, and I hope you will stick around to join me on this little trip. Friday was fully packed with everything I was doing with York University. My first meeting got moved back a little bit though, so I visited this bookshop and cafe which my friend recommended as they came here to do some work experience over the summer. I then got a bus up to the university campus in order to have a meeting with one of the paper governors and have a chat about the course. I then followed a walking route through the town and down to King's Manor that was recommended for me, and it was so long and I was so tired and it took much longer than I expected and it was all just quite stressful. But I found this cute little coffee shop to have the quickest lunch. I think I literally had to inhale that cinnamon roll. I then finally got to King's Manor after that really long walk, and this is where the medieval department is located at the university. I then went to an example seminar and was shown around the building and went for a coffee with some of the current master's students. I then also got to listen to a conference lecture on the Vikings. It was a very Viking heavy day, honestly. And I also got to chat to some current PhD students and other postgrads. I then went to the hotel I was staying at for this night. So I did spend the majority of my time in the Minster looking at all of the walls and the pillars and things, trying to find any spot where someone had left an engraving. Well, I did appreciate all of the luxurious stuff, beautiful stained glass and things, but I was really very interested in these inscriptions. I also loved being able to look at the manuscripts that they had.
to find me.
I then went back to the room because I had a deadline that I needed to meet for an application and some work I needed to do. And that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know it has been a long one, but this week has been very jam-packed. I have very much enjoyed it. I know it's been a bit different from my other videos, but I hope you have enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed doing this week. If you did enjoy it, please do give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here. And as you may know, I make these videos for access reasons, to help demystify the experience of Oxbridge and university in general. So if you have any specifics of things that would help you and video ideas that you would like to see, please do pop them in the comments below and I will be more than happy to make those. Hope to see you again very soon. Bye!